Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm here at Garfield Produce once again. Welcome to episode 2. This is an episode that I want you to meet one of the main guys in here at Garfield Produce. His name is Larry Hare. Yeah, like hair. So it's Larry Hare. Let's meet Larry. Hey Larry, how's it going?
How's it going? No, my name is Larry. I'm one of the first employees of Garfield Produce. Right now I'm planting, I'm doing some cilantro and seeding and stuff like that. I'm one of the guys that keep the place going around here, father the cleanliness and the planting and stuff like that. And I've been with the company now for like the last 3 years since they started, and I'm the one that grew with them, and I want to continue growing with them. And so far everything is great. It's relaxing, and I like the people that I work with. I think they're very educational, and responsible peoples and reliable. And I like working with them, and I want to give a shout out especially to Nick, because I learned a lot from Nick. I appreciate him. From the little time I have seen him, I have learned a lot. And that's Larry from Garfield Produce, and I'm doing the best I could. Thank you.
We'll be hearing more from Larry as we're going on. Like Larry said, he's been here for 3 years. He's one of the veterans here at Garfield Produce. I am working side by side with Larry, trying to teach him everything that I do know. Just checking out the system, came in. The system is doing very well. 70-degree water temperature and 6.2 pH. Now I have not added any pH down in the system at all. Hey everybody, I'm just here checking out the microgreen system right now. I was noticing there's a couple things that we're dealing with, a couple problems that we're dealing with. And one thing that we're dealing with is the medium. The medium is either cocoa, soil, rock wool. They use hemp too. We're using Agrobon right now. And Agrobon seems to be working really well. But one thing about Agrobon, it seems to not absorb water at first. So you do need to soak the medium, I don't know, maybe about a good 12 hours before using it. So we are noticing little problems with it. A couple of trays here and there are drying out spots. But I did notice that it could be the tray itself. Now the tray itself is definitely a problem I'm noticing. The tray seems to not be sitting flat on the channel. So if the tray's not flat on the channel, it tends to, the water does not get into the tray and doesn't wick up. So we're noticing problems with the tray not being the correct size on the system, because the channels on the system are 10 inches wide and the trays are also 10 inches wide. So sometimes the tray can be lifted off the channel and no water's getting to it. So this is not a consistent way of growing, but we are still testing it just to try to make sure that this is one of the problems. Where we're growing directly on the channel. So these are growing directly on the channel as opposed to growing in the tray on the channel. There's a very, very small little window that the plants like, and all varieties are completely different. So when you're growing microgreens on a large scale, you must make sure that you remember these things. Cress can grow a lot faster than kale could, and arugula can grow a lot faster than some of the other varieties as well. So you want to make sure that the timing on when they receive light is perfect. I usually do about 2 days. Usually by the second day, the beginning of the second day, you should see and notice if it should be in the light. When the plant gets stressed out, and therefore you just don't have a big harvest at the end. So I do recommend that. That's one of the most important parts of growing microgreens, is when the plant receives light. There is some varieties, although, that do like light to germinate. So please, when you're growing these crazy varieties, look into the variety and see what the plant needs. Some of the seeds like to be in a freezer before you germinate, and some of the seeds want to be in light when you germinate. So please read the directions.
Right. Hey guys, welcome back to Garfield Produce Company. So the last time we left you off, we were just doing an introductory video, and now we're actually in the process of proofing out this new system that we finally got in here, and really just looking at the growing medium now and what kind of trays we're going to be using, and just making sure we're happy with all the equipment before we actually blow this thing out and really max produce this facility. Overall, we're pretty happy with the build out and how it's been going so far. Definitely looking at, definitely want to take things slow first before we start looking at building out the lines and building out the zones for the entire operation. So currently we're only 22% built out this facility, and as we get closer to November 1st, you'll begin to see the construction of this place and the development of the facility. I mean, right now we're still pretty much an R&D facility. A lot of what we're doing is mostly for research. We do some small sales at farmers markets here and there, but now that we're figuring out and locking things down, you'll be able to find our product very soon in stores near you. So stay tuned. Make sure you go like Garfield Produce Company on Instagram. Make sure you go check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and then go subscribe to our YouTube channel.